Coco, what did you think of the competition this week?
Category is...
Tamatoa realness.
Oh. Plus Ultra! Wanna give you a meow?
Hey, MsMojo fans, it's Eliza.
And Sam, here to recap episode 5 of season 12 of RuPaul's Drag Race. So, spoiler alert.
We are not physically together today, unfortunately, but we're still close together in our hearts, right?
That's right, close together in our hearts, and also close to the process of tracking the progress of these queens this season. So make sure you stick around to the end for our leaderboard.
Let's do it.
Woo!
So at the top of the episode, we have the queens talking about Rock's elimination and the controversy.
Britta should have been safe.
And you're saying Aiden should have
Yes.
went home? But I see a fire in her, and I feel like she might be able
You
to
see a
turn-
candle.
Oh!
I'm gonna say it right now, Rigamoris.
What did you just call me?
For this week's Maxi Challenge, you need to overact in a little medical drama we're calling Gay's Anatomy.
So the mini challenge for this week, Pit Crew comes in, secretly competing for who can wear the world's smallest tighty whities.
The two queens that choose a pink pill will be in charge of casting all the roles.
Gigi and Nikki casting Gay's Anatomy. With the casting, there's always gonna be someone unhappy with their role, obviously. This time it was Widow.
No, I can do Mimi, it's fine.
Would you rather be Henny or Mimi?
I can do Mimi, it's fine.
All right.
She said it was fine. I think we all know what that means.
It's fine.
All right.
Gotta make it work though.
Ru called it out right away, being like,
You wanted to play Black China, is that right?
Ru also called out Aiden in the workroom.
I'm totally like out of my element.
I've never heard that before.
Make it work.
It's a competition after all.
Jada summed it up better than anyone could. She said,
You have to, at some point, step up to the plate because this is not RuPaul's excuse race.
on to the runway now. Category is
Planet of the
Cakes.
Cakes. So the guest judge for this week's challenge is Normani. She looked absolutely beautiful. I must say though, I was a little disappointed that it wasn't a singing or a dancing challenge that she got to judge. And the lip sync song wasn't a Normani song, so I was kind of surprised at that.
So Jada's first on the runway. I really like this look. The shoulder pads and the hair were just like giving me everything I needed. Jada is not letting us down on the runways so far. Next up, we had Britta giving us what I called the fairy godmother dominatrix look.
I do agree with Michelle that there was less emphasis on the cape than the rest of it, but I liked it. It was like a sexy riding hood bondage look. Next we had Jackie.
Golden goddess come through.
I was so in love with this outfit. She was belly dancing. I just thought she looked gorgeous.
I loved it. Next up was Jan with her parachute look.
Sexy skydiver.
I thought it was dumb and it was fun and it was everything I love about Jan.
Then we had Gigi. It was like simple in a way, but at the same time, I thought it was quite striking, as we know to expect from Miss Good.
Flawlessly executed like everything Gigi does. For me, Gigi this week was just good. And then we have Heidi. I personally kind of liked how the colors went together. She had the like black silhouette with the rainbow backdrop. I did get how the judges were saying it was a bit disconnected, but it's fun. It's Heidi.
Nothing was wrong with it, but the black bodysuit, high boots didn't necessarily look like they went with the cape. Then we have Crystal.
Oh yeah, Crystal delivered this week.
Crystal had this beautiful Frida Kahlo thing going on. Beautiful makeup, gorgeous colors. I absolutely love the drama with the huge cape. I was so happy we finally got to hear Michelle say that she appreciated her makeup, that it still had the beautiful artistry, but you could see her face. It was just perfect.
On to Aiden. I like this look. I thought it was focused. It was kind of Aiden's classic minimalism. Maybe it's just because I'm still bitter about Rock going home, but I could always ask Aiden to toss something else on.
Then we had Widow. I freaking love Widow's outfit. She looked just like an electric watermelon, and then she ripped off the top to show off the pasties. She got comedy in there. She looked so good.
So fun, little bit of camp. I love what Widow's bringing to the runway this week.
And last, but certainly not least, Nikki Doll.
Depends on who you ask about if she's least. My heart.
Poor Sam.
She dropped the cape right away rather than making it a big reveal.
Ooh la la though. I liked the look. She just looked like a sexy sci-fi comic book warrior.
I loved Nikki's look. It was sexy, it was futuristic. There was just kind of an intensity or an edge that I think she lost on the runway this week. After the runways, then we get to see the final edited version of Gay's Anatomy.
Really, really strong, really tough competition. Like the judges said, it came down to the small details at this point. Jan was amazing. Jackie was amazing. Widow did a really good job. You see, you always gotta turn it out when you get those roles. So often we see people say they don't like the role, but then you can kill it. Nikki was one of the ones the judges maybe thought were a little bit weaker, but I actually thought she did a really good job in the challenge. She seemed to struggle when they were filming it, but the final edited version seems to be quite funny.
Ooh, sacre bleu. It smells like balls and wig glue in here.
I think this week Nikki confused toning down her glamour with toning up her personality.
Heidi and Crystal were really funny together. Obviously, Sherry ended up stealing the show.
It's kind of unfortunate that Sherry Pie was the clear winner.
Gigi was also great. I was obsessed with that fluorescent green dress she was wearing. Aiden and Britta were actually a pretty good team together. Aiden was so over the top. I did love the boo. She nailed it. She really went for it with the Mae West thing, even if it was a bit outside of her comfort zone.
Oh, Dr. Ocker.
Aiden looked like she was doing Alaska doing Mae West.
When I'm good, but when I'm bad, I get a serious venereal disease.
What was with Aiden's wig? What was that? That looks like how I would style a wig.
I mean, she was supposed to be dying.
I wouldn't be caught dead wearing that wig.
And Britta was really over the top, but I think it made sense. I actually felt like the judges and maybe even Carson were being a little harsh on Britta the way they showed it.
They're asking each queen for a different thing, and so that's why it's kind of hard to judge them against each other.
You're almost better off if their expectation for you is a little bit lower. We got to see Dahlia show up. The Brock ally was in the hospital.
No queen has ever really gone.
And we also saw Jada got some of the toughest lines. She had specific medical terms. You gave her a few mouthfuls there.
It was interesting how Ru did it this week. There was a winning group and a losing group. She picked out half of them and said, you guys are all in the top.
The winner of this week's challenge was Sherry Pie, obviously disqualified.
Then she said the rest of you are in the bottom, but 2 of them ended up being safe. We had the lip sync, Nikki and Heidi. Nikki gave me a heart to break. I love that song, I love that drag queen, and to see her go out on that note. As soon as Heidi started doing that like dragging thing on the stage, and Michelle was like, yeah, there we go, now it started.
I'm sorry, Nikki. This has become my stage right now.
I was terrified for Nikki the second she was in the bottom next to Heidi. It was too much posing, and it was just too pretty.
When Heidi did that thing where she was like backing up on stage and Nikki had to get out of her way, I'm like, okay, this is one person's stage at this point, and it's not my beloved Nikki doll. Nikki, I will miss you. I will miss thirsting over you.
I know that Sam has all kinds of feelings about Nikki doll.
So many feelings about Nikki doll. Every French girl that's ever rejected me realness. Primal, it's visceral. Shame me for my thirst.
Hummus. Oh my God.
Hummus, oh my God. Nikki doll could murder me and I would love it.
This is a lot.
Please tweet at me. 2 of my favorites back to back. Rock'em, then Nikki. It was all I had left. I've fully jumped onto Team Jackie now. Let me know in the comments whose team you're on at this point, because it's anyone's game.
Her speech was really, really lovely and really classy, so I definitely appreciated that.
At the end of the day, it has been such a dream to be here, and I hope that I made my country proud.
So we have talked winners, losers, tops, bottoms. That brings us to our scoreboard. We have Gigi in the top spot with 4 points. Jada and Widow right behind her with 3 points each. Jackie has 2 points. Jan has 1 point. Aiden back to a neutral 0 after being in the top this week. Heidi gets -2 for lip syncing for her life, so is now down at -1 with Crystal, and Britta with -3 after being in the bottom 2 weeks in a row. Nikki has been eliminated with Rock'em, Sakura, and Dahlia, and of course, one of our contestants is disqualified, so she is at the very bottom there. Now we're gonna move on to something I call power rankings. If we switch it to just the last 3 weeks, we have Gigi still at the top spot. Jackie jumps up right behind her. Jada is tied with Widow and Jan, all with 1 point in the last 3 weeks. And the rest of the standings shake out the same, with Aiden at 0 points, Heidi and Crystal with -1, and Britta with -3.
Next week, Snatch Game. And Miss Vanjie.
Miss Vanjie.
There's a wall behind me, so that's as far back as I
Miss
can go.
Vanjie. We also have the 2 Mean Girls alum coming to judge the Snatch Game, so I'm very excited for that.
I am also excited for that. As you can see, my hair is big because it's full of secrets.
And I'm October 4th. So that's it for us, folks. But what we want to know is what you thought. So let us know in the comments below.
And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, MsMojo.
And for more things Drag Race, you can follow us on Instagram at MsWatchMojo, me on Instagram at TheBeatEasy, or on Twitter at BeatEasy.
We will see you again next Saturday. Until then, please take care of yourselves. And remember, we have never had to be in the same place to be together.
Bye.